Hey everyone, welcome back to Red Leg Objective. Today we're going to take a look at gun socks. So stick around and we will go a little bit more in depth on what a gun sock is and how you can use it and why you should use it. Alright, so let's talk socks. This is a, as I mentioned, a Cabela's gun sock, gun sack, or people have different names for them, but basically what they're used for, they're a stretchy material, and you can put your, in this case this is for a long gun, so whether it be a shotgun or a rifle or things like that. And like I said, because they do stretch, they do get around scopes, pistol grips, things like that. I currently use this one for a shotgun. And it's a full-size shotgun and fits very nicely inside the sock. What are the couple things we can do with the socks, or why we have them? First thing is obviously protection. You can put these inside, put your gun inside these. When you go to put them inside of a gun safe or things like that, it's going to protect them from being banged against other firearms that you have in that gun safe. If you've got a bunch of rifles and shotguns and things like that, as you start stacking those into the gun safe and you run out of space, well, obviously they're going to start banging into each other. If you've got bolt action rifles with a big bolt on the side of it next to a shotgun, inevitably if you're trying to pull these in and out of a gun safe or any other kind of closet or things like that, you're inevitably going to be smacking the bolt handle against your other guns or things like that. You have semi-automatic shotguns, get the little hook on the side there, things like that, or a bar for charging. You're going to get those banged against other weapons. So first thing is, it's great for protecting your other guns and the gun that you have in the sock. So it's great for keeping them clean. Obviously, you're going to get wear and tear. You're going to do those things out in the field. But if you have a gun sock, just storing them is going to be much cleaner. As you're starting to dig those things out of the back of the safe, they're going to inevitably smack other guns. The other thing gun socks will be able to do for you is a lot of these come with a kind of a silicone infused, if you will, inside of it, which will help protect against moisture in your guns inside your safe. Now, it's not going to stop everything. It does help it, but ideally if you have a gun safe or something similar, you'll want to keep a dehumidifier or things like that within your safe. But this will help keep moisture out. Almost all of them that come out on the market, just look for it. Make sure it's silicone within this. It's not greasy, it's not, you don't feel it, but it does help whisk some of that moisture away. In heavy humidity environments, it's still not going to solve your problem, but it will definitely help against it. Always make sure you put a light coat of oil before you stick them inside the gun socks. It always helps you to keep the moisture off and keep you from any pitting and rusting and those kind of things. So that's a great use of these to help keep, especially long term. Always take them out, routinely every year, or every 6 months, something like that, and just make sure you go over them, pull them out, make sure they're, you get some oil, and make sure they're not getting too damp inside there. Okay, so I had this shotgun out for a previous video, so just going to use it as an example. I don't have a lot of room here, so I brought a shorter barrel shotgun, but what you can do is easily slide that in. You can see it goes in very smoothly. You'll hit some rough spots as you get to the rubber here at the end, but it'll keep it in that nice and tight and snug. You can pull the drawstring. A lot of people will cut these strings off just because they get in the way. If you can get hung up on other things inside your safe. But there you go. Now you've got a gun sock. When you're going to put this in the safe, it's going to be nice and protected from other guns that are going to bang up against it. Again, it'll help a little bit with moisture and things like that, but it's a very good protector. You can get these fairly inexpensively. In fact, I'll put a couple links down below just for some on Amazon that you can pick up. Again, this is from Allen. I know Winchester makes them. There's a bunch of different ones that are out there. He said look for ones that have silicone in them. So in all, that's really it. This is for a long gun. You can also get these for handguns as well. They're much smaller. You slide your handgun in them. If you're stacking them inside of a safe, something like that, easily to stack them on top of each other. Some of them will be like this as well. I don't know how well we can see it, but it does have a gun where you can actually write on there what that gun is. So if you're looking inside your safe and you've got a bunch of gun socks wrapped around, you can easily take a look at the tag. A lot of people can tell just from the size, things like that. But even if you put these on every other gun, maybe ones that you use more often, put them in between where you're not going to keep them in a sack all the time, but longer term, you can put them in there. It's going to keep from banging up against each other and still serve the same purpose. Again, handguns the same way. If you're going to stack them inside a gun safe, as you start collecting, as it happens, you start running out of space real quick. This is a great way to protect your firearms and the investments in them. They're going to get normal wear and tear, but if you can keep them from getting beat up, especially your long guns inside of a safe, if you've got stuff that's wood, things like that, you get dented very easy. These will do a great job protecting it. So that's it, just a quick video. Again, gun socks, great for protecting your investment, helping you keep your safe organized. If anybody else has an experience with using the gun socks and think of things that I missed, by all means put them in the comments below. If you got questions, by all means shoot me a comment and I'll try to respond as quickly as possible. And like I said, I'll put a couple links down below. They're just Amazon links to similar ones. Again, just take a look and make sure you get something with a little silicone in it. It's just going to help with whisking away water and things like that, moisture. It's not perfect. It's not a fix-all, but it will help a little bit long term. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, put them down below. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. Until we see you again,